All right, Danté Exum joins us. We are open to questions from the media, starting with Andy Larson.
Danté, how's your knee? How's the recovery going? And when do you think you'll be able to get back to playing basketball and basketball activities, that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it's been good so far. No problems. When the surgeon went in, he did less than he expected he had to. So that was a really good sign. So right now I'm walking fine, doing all that rehab every day, and not too sure. I have an appointment in about a week, just to kind of see an update and when I can get back on the court. So, but right now things are looking good.
Do you have a hope for when you want to get out there, or do you have a kind of an idea of what to expect?
Yeah, I want to get back on the court as soon as possible, obviously. But I want to do it right, make sure the rehab goes right and there's no problems throughout the summer. My goal is to be 100% by camp. But obviously, I'm going to do that safely.
We ask you all the time, Danté, but how frustrating, man, is it to work so hard and have to keep fighting through injuries, man, with pretty much your career, man? How have you been able to stay mentally focused to continue to do it and not get down on yourself?
Yeah, it's been the toughest road for me. I'm not going to lie. I think, going through this, this was definitely the hardest one, but I felt like I dealt with it the best with my previous injuries, just knowing how to handle myself. One of the things I've learned is, I can't control, some of the uncontrollables. And I could control that I come into, the facility every day and that I'm doing my rehab, doing everything I can. And, that's one of the things I've learned, it's just kind of taking that next step of getting better. There's no point in me sitting here all sad and, praying and wishing I want to be on the court because, in reality, I'm not going to be able to. So it's just whatever I can do and, think forward. That's just the mindset I've gone with this.
Danté, once you are healthy again and able to kind of get back to basketball, what do you see as being the areas where you need to most continue to work at?
Yeah, I say this every summer, but I think, just, everything, really. Just getting confident in everything, shooting off the dribble, it's, I think, a big one that's going to be for me. And then, just continue to finish around the basket and, making the right decision once I get in there every time. I started to, get a good rhythm, before I went down with the ankle injury. And, just throughout the summer, just trying to find that rhythm. And, so once I get back to the team, I'm ready to go from day one.
Danté, being a top 5 pick and then having the team invest in you in the offseason, does that add to the pressure of trying to come back? I mean, has that made it more difficult knowing the team has continued to put time in it and invest into you?
Well, yeah, I mean, they know how much I want to be out on the court, and there's just some things I can't control. But I can control how hard I work, and when I want to. Push myself, to get back and be on the court. But, they see that, and that's why they've invested in me. They know I'm going to do everything in my power to, be out there and be as healthy as possible. And, it's just things that you can't control.
Danté, just given that you did have the injury situations again, what do you pick up on as kind of, an observer of the situation rather than a participant in them? Was there anything that kind of stood out to you just coming at from that perspective?
In the game?
Just in terms of the team's performance this season, just kind of watching what your teammates are capable of doing, things like that.
Yeah, obviously I've spent a lot of time on the sideline, and you learn a lot about people. Just kind of stepping back and being out of it. The little things. Someone's not having a good game, and their mannerisms. On the bench, and I always talk to Fave. Because Fave's kind of been an anchor of this team, and he's gone through it a lot, and just seeing what he's going through, and trying to help him in a way that. I can, not being on the floor. That's kind of been my goal. What was my goal?
Joe's been there for you, and kind of when you've been at your lowest moments with the injuries and whatnot. How did you support him with kind of Jacob's autism diagnosis and and kind of what his family has been having to deal with over the last.
Yeah, obviously it's been a tough situation for Joe, coming out like that. But one of the biggest things I try to do with him is just know that he has that support when he needs it. That's all you can really do. He has the family support, and a lot of people trying to reach out to him, but sometimes I know from experience, too many people trying to be in your ear and tell you everything's going to be right and this and that, sometimes isn't the best thing for you. But just to let someone know that you're there for them, and if there's anything, I tell them, there's not much I can do that you can't do, but if there's anything, just let me know, and I'll be the first one there. So.
Danté, with all your injury history, is there a way to, I guess, build mental confidence that this won't keep happening?
I think it's just how hard I work. Just doing the injury prevention, making sure I'm in the weight room. That's as much as I can tell you. That was the first thing I remember going to see the surgeon for my knee, and I said, was this a preventable thing? And he said, I've struggled with I've struggled with tendonitis for the longest, even before I came in to the league, and just decided to go now. I do tendonitis exercises before every game. It's not something that we have just ignored and it just happened. We've been doing preventative stuff, and it just happened. So, I don't know what to tell you in that aspect of, it's just I gotta, do what I can, and, just, yeah. Because if there was something, I would be doing it, obviously. Like.
No further questions. Danté, thank you very much.
Cool. Thank you, guys.